Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Igloo. I am Brute the Penguin. That is Artie to my right, Art3mis, our special guest Art3mis above me, and that loser over there in the corner is Apollo.
But
You
I
just
but I
caught
like him.
us having a conversation about millennials and Gen Z, and so they're saying that me and Apollo. Well, Apollo's definitely a Gen Z. There's no way around it.
No doubt. No doubt.
What year were
Paul's
you born,
Gen Z.
Apollo?
99.
So technically,
No, it's
It literally,
96.
we're just the in
96.
between.
The in-betweenies. I like that name.
God,
I
now
like-
I'm gonna go betweeny weenies.
Between
Yeah,
we. Oh, that's even worse. But
I heard that
love
there's
it.
Gen Z and then there's baby Zoomers.
I don't know what a baby
I
zoomer
don't
is.
know where it comes from.
Okay.
No,
I think, yeah.
I'm seeing different reports. Like this website's saying 96, this one's saying 97. None of them are saying 99 though, so Apollo's just fucked.
No, it's 96. It was originally like 95. And then
So they'll raise it.
96 now.
They'll raise it. I don't act like a Gen Z. I'll tell you that. I'm not a loser like those
Well,
Gen
according
Zs.
to the news, everyone's a millennial. So I mean,
Everyone's a boomer.
Literally. Both.
When
at
did
the same
boomer
time.
become an insult?
the last 5 years, I think, like at least mainstream.
Mm.
I agree. So, anyways, this is Art3mis. She's also a streamer like the rest of us. She streams daily. Her Twitch will be down in the description below. Make sure to go give her a follow. So, Art3mis, as tradition on the stream, we always ask. Well, you'll be the first, but everybody always comes on and gets asked, "Why'd you start streaming?" So the spotlight is all yours. Go ahead.
It's a loaded question. That's a really loaded question. Do you want the long story or the short story?
Take as long as you need.
So back in my day. No. But I kind of got started streaming because of the freaking pandemic and started in August. I got laid off from my job in March. A year ago, this month, I got laid off because of the freaking pandemic. Sitting around my house, and I was like, started watching people on Twitch. I was like, I could do this. This is easy. Started it and realized I'm saying easy. Already makes it look so easy.
I do not. Come on now. Don't throw that shit.
Yeah, you do. I mean, who else? Can I scare? I can't scare freaking Brew, and Apollo doesn't have the right right alerts.
I've actually scared Apollo with his own alerts. So like it's doable.
But you have the scare alert
I have
and the bacon pancakes, which
I have my
doesn't scare
alerts
you.
set up to the max volume, so they scare me no matter what. Like I was playing Visage the other day. You guys saw,
Oh.
and they literally asked. They were like, "You have to turn your your alerts on for next stream, because it's not fair that we can't scare you."
It really isn't. I literally tried calling you on Discord, hoping that the Discord call sound would like frighten you, but I don't think you heard it.
No,
Well,
I didn't.
it was probably on streamer mode. That's probably why I didn't hear it.
Was I
Yeah.
getting lucky? Like, was there supposed to be a lot more jump scares?
Oh, so many. Like
That game was
Dolores
too
has got
nice to you.
like such a crush on you.
I was like,
Dolores-
"Huh, this is really not scary at all, guys."
Dolores hated me. I was trying to get to the garage and that one mirrored room, the door with the mirror on it, on the bottom level. She freaking I was walking to the storage room. She comes freaking out and gets me. I was like, you bitch.
If I walk up to her when she's like appeared, will I die?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, probably.
Oh, so when she was
Well,
like banging
depends
her
on-
head on the door, like she would kill
Oh no
me?
no no. That's there was a scare designed there, but you ignored it because you didn't want any naked time. So I mean that's unfortunate for you.
Yeah, I didn't need any naked time.
I think you're missing out on it because you're a little bitch.
No.
Yeah.
You
I agree with
avoid
that.
the scares. You avoid the scares and say that it's because you're not scared. But like that mirror section where there was 3 mirrors all in a row and there's like reflections in it, you weren't standing in front of the mirror. You would stand to the side.
I did clip it because he did jump a bit on that.
I did.
You did.
I did.
Yeah.
There was
And I even
of
said,
times where
fair
it's like,
enough, that got
"Whoa!"
me. Well, because so what happened was, I think the jump scare got delayed. Was because, so I looked in the mirror, I turned around, she wasn't there, and then nothing happened, and then I turned away and looked again, and then it jump scared me. And I was like, and
It's supposed to happen like that.
okay, because I wasn't sure. I was like, you would think, and so I was just confused, and it got me. Yeah, that's the only time I've been jump scared though. I got a
just
little
wait till chapter
scared.
1. I seriously think Visage Chapter 1 is the strongest that it has. Like, honestly, I will be correct.
What's the chapter 1? Is it the kids' room?
That's the panda one. That's the since we're saying it already. Yes, it's called Lisa's chapter. It's the first chapter in Visage, and it scared the absolute shit out of me.
Why didn't you guys? Is there like if you don't go in order, is that bad?
No, there's literally no rhyme or reason to the order at all.
I did Dolores' chapter first, and only reason why I did it first was because I had someone walking me through it, and he said that was the first chapter, so that's why I was like,
he was
okay.
incorrect. I just want to point that out. No, no big deal, but he was incorrect.
Artie, I'm not saying calling names, but
Good boy.
I'm very mad that he didn't take me through the first chapter because now that's gonna bug my OCD. I'm gonna be like,
Oh,
I should have gone chapter 1.
Go through chapter 3, and then when you go back to chapter 1 and it actually scares the absolute shit out of you, you'll be thankful anyway, because you'll say the best for last.
So
Larry,
this
It's
game
pretty
can
damn
kill
scary.
you, right? Like you can die in this game.
Oh yeah,
It's
a
not
lot.
like layers of fear where it's
Dolores?
just psychological.
No.
Dolores, there was one time I had to try to get through the floor, and Dolores came up behind me and murdered me. Totally slashed me.
Yeah, she Dolores likes her knife. Let's just say that.
You weren't
She
there,
wants her baby.
but me, Artie, and Apollo got to a point. We were spending half an hour on a puzzle, and it got to the point where I'm pretty sure these two are looking up answers now too. I'm now looking up.
yeah.
I'm now looking up answers on stream, and then it cops out. It's like, oh no, the puzzle's random, and it's like, well, this isn't fucking fun.
It's the same photos every time. However, they're just in random order is the problem.
Yeah.
So like if we would have just kept flopping around the photos, we probably would have gotten it.
Are you talking about the 3 that you've seen the pinhole?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's always the same. It's always the same paintings. They're just in a random order. We
now,
found that out.
Now I'm half an hour into this puzzle. I don't even care at this point. I'm just irritated. And then I see like Dolores in the hallway, and I'm just like, yeah, fuck off, bitch. I'm like, I don't even care. Like, if you're gonna kill me, just have the balls to do it.
She's
already.
not actually haunted you yet. Like she hasn't like for real haunted you yet.
I mean,
Because
she's
like
shown
shit
up.
goes crazy. Shit goes crazy when she starts that shit.
Maybe I'm just immune, dude. Shit ain't gonna
I think
happen.
Dolores like, oh, that little man is so pretty. I just want to look at him from afar.
Pretty much.
I love his hair. I need.
So, spoiler
Did you see
alert.
his cute little ass walk that way?
Oh no! Get that ass back here. Artie can do a really good. Artie can do really good impressions. If you didn't know,
I'm mediocre at best. Honestly, I just have way too much time on my hands.
he does really good impressions, and it entertains. I'm saving up on his stream 200,000 points.
God damn it!
And I either want a Mickey stream, all stream, or a Herbert the pervert from Family Guy.
Please don't make me do that. My voice can't last that.
I want Herbert. I think you should do Herbert.
Sweet Jesus.
Yes.
He does it so well. But then so a little sneak peek. Tomorrow we have a one-shot D&D session going on. And it's going to be a horror themed. And Apollo's been spoiled because I didn't really think about it. So he knows the whole plot.
Yeah.
Why wasn't I invited?
Because there's a lot of people already. I over-invited people and now I've fucked myself.
Brute's all like, does everybody want to come? And then all of a sudden he had 6 people coming.
Well, not even everyone, because I was not invited. I didn't even know until Apollo's stream that you guys were doing this.
I didn't know until last night, if that's any consolation.
Same.
No.
It was very last minute.
It was a very last minute. Me and Artie were talking last night. He was like, I have no plans for Friday. And I was like, got it. We're doing this.
That's the problem when you have way too many damn friends, though, too. Is like, you just start getting a bigger and bigger group, then all of a sudden, like, there's not a fucking game big enough to hold us big-ass family.
Well, the original idea was me, Artie, Apollo, Schlitter, Speaker, because that's, like, the 5 people I usually just play with. And then Schlitter wasn't answering me. And so he answered me the day, actually, and was like, I didn't see this. And I was like, well, kind of late. And so I was like, what if I got some of Artie's D&D buddies? And so I messaged Kayama, Dre, and Mori, and they all said yes. And I was like,
you should have went one at a time, but I understand, like, trying to figure shit out. So
And so now I've got 6 players when I intentionally only wanted like 4, maybe 5. And so now my fear is that we're gonna get really deep into this and run out of time, and then I'm gonna be
I-
fucked.
like the problem with it is like you're trying to make a one-shot campaign in
Mm.
2 nights.
Oh, but it's so easy.
But you're playing with Artie. That's not going to be easy. You know he's going to take forever.
Well, no, I'm giving everybody a time limit. They get 5 to 10 minutes per turn, and then I'm just gonna cut them off, and it's like next person. That's it.
You have.
Brute's whole thing is that he's going to murder all of us. That's
Yeah,
that's his
everybody
thing.
will
Like,
be
he's
dead.
gonna kill
Hopefully,
everybody.
there will be no mercy. I'm not Banana. I give no mercy.
I mean, Banana likes to give us mercy because he likes to continue the story. This is a one shot. You're going to be trying to murder us. So.
Oh yeah, I'm using
I will be watching.
the monster I have. It will be a Yuri, so it's gonna be like Japanese themes. So I'm gonna be using a Yuri, which we found out last night is an overpowered fucking monster in D&D.
It can one shot KO someone pretty hard. So
Yeah,
Hot.
yeah, it's pretty hot.
I'm going to be excited for this. Maybe it's a good thing I didn't get invited.
Yeah.
And so, like,
there'll
there'll be-
and maybe scare him.
Instead of like
Uh-huh.
like stats, it'll just be dice rolls, just to make it simple. But I
Well,
won't
think,
just.
I think we should all start at like at least level 1, and then like depending on the classes that you choose on, they each have like a certain hit dice. So they'll just have maximum hit dice for that class. Like say like you have an athlete class that has a D12 hit dice, so they have 12 HP. So like let's say you have like a bookworm class next. Well they could be more like a mage class, so they have like a D6 or a D8 health. You know.
I was thinking more along the lines like your arm's broken. Have fun.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Can I make a special request for you?
What's up?
Every time I successfully scare Artie on stream, he gets health points taken off.
I take
something happens.
mental damage.
Mental
Something
damage.
happens. Mental
Well, the
damage
idea.
is
So
mental-
I have 2 ideas. It's everybody's playing themselves, or everybody's playing a character that they make. And the
it needs to
idea-
be themselves.
That's what I was thinking, because Artie's little sister is going to be part of it. And so that would make an interesting dynamic kind of situation. Because it's going to be like the first 5 to 10 minutes, I'm letting them do whatever the fuck they want. They can walk around, talk to each other. It's going to be like I'm not even there. Because it's role-playing, you know? And everybody's in that group's done D&D, except maybe Speaks. So it might be a little new to him. But the other 5 of you are like, you've done D&D. You can role-play.
I mean, you're gonna give us 5 to 10 minutes, and we're gonna crawl all around the map, and one of us is gonna find something you don't want us to find. So I would
That's
suggest
right.
structure.
Maybe I'll have some of the rooms be locked.
Maybe.
But I do say I do like the idea of having them play themselves because the fact of me scaring Artie on stream sounds like something that would happen actually in that scenario.
I'm just saying, like, if it was me, like, as myself, I would walk into school and be like, nope, I'm going home. Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Fuck this
No, the
party.
door needs to be locked.
I
The
don't-
front door needs to be locked. Every way
don't wanna
out
say
needs to be
anything.
locked.
But like, it could be teenage versions of ourselves to give it some form of a character.
That's even worse.
So you're doing like the Scooby Doo mystery gang here, and just someone
Breakfast
random
Club.
podcast.
So freaking someone's be like, split up, gang, and I'll be like, no. Do you want to die? Do you want to die? Because that's how we die.
Someone's just a random dog pops in and goes, "Ruh-roh, Reggie."
So the idea is they're going to this abandoned school to start like a birthday party for their friend. And if they go with themselves, it's going to be a birthday party for Brute. And that's why I'm not there. And so that's the idea. And if it's like someone else, then I don't know what the fuck. I'll just think of something on the spot, I'm sure. I spent all day trying to get
Happy
a
birthday
fucking...
to me. All of you die.
Man, all my friends are dead on my birthday.
I murdered all my friends on my birthday. What did you do for yours?
They ever.
But yeah, that's the plan. And then it's going to be the usual time, right, Artie?
Should be, yeah. We could try to do it at 9 sharp, but like usually like 9:30 is when I
So
usually start. So
my question is... if
I wouldn't mind like slightly earlier, just so I don't have to stay up as late. Or
Shut the fuck
We-
up.
we
Nobody
can
cares
do-
about you.
but yeah,
I can technically like try to work like at least extra half hour early. I mean, just
That's
to
fine.
like alleviate Apollo a little bit.
And then So I'll let everyone know. And then, what was I gonna say? It's something I'll ask after stream. I mean, after podcast probably. But if we roll over and we get too into it, would you want to continue it?
That depends on how it goes, honestly.
Yeah.
Like that's a like talk after stream and find out type thing.
Okay.
Because like, did I miss that strand? What the hell is wrong with my? Oh no, it's my cord. Sorry. There's a shadow on my shirt. I'm like, the fuck is this?
You get the moment this time.
Except I'm very vocal about like the what the fuck moments in my own brain. So I mean,
But you know what? It's more fun when you're trying to figure out why Apollo's pointing at his eyebrows.
I'm just like,
Oh, I didn't even know that was
like,
happening.
oh,
Like,
like
I
Artie
said.
just had a brain hemorrhage and he's being stupid right now.
Artie was,
No.
but yeah, I'm excited for
So-
tomorrow. What's up?
in regards to the D&D, this is kind of just a personal thing for me, because technically I might be starting a new campaign with friends some months down the line. So I'm wondering, like, what's everyone's like favorite D&D class, like
Oh,
typical
jeez.
D&D? If they go,
Warlock.
'cause I've been needing some suggestions.
Oh, we're losing the Art3mis.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
Better.
Of course, Warlock though,
Warlock.
because you get free slot for Eldritch Blast. And I'd say this because I was a tiefling Warlock last game.
So
I had like
demon.
really cool horns and everything.
that's Gore's thing too. She likes the tiefling warlock thing. But what about you?
You go first.
Generally I go with a fighter variant or like any kind of samurai type. Like I really like the melee aspect of things. I've been polearm specialists, like big fuck you sword things, samurais. I like melee in it because it's simple for me. My brain's not big enough to fit the magic side of D&D and to keep track of all that shit, so I've avoided it completely.
Well, there's a little thing called getting like slot card things, like what you would hold your Pokemon cards in, and then doing that. That's the smart way to do it. I know you hate big brain boys, so that's why I'll.
You know what would happen if I was a spellcaster? I would pick one spell and always cast that one spell, and then the DM be like, you know, you got like 12 more spells. Like, yeah, but I just want to play this one.
That's me my last campaign.
I like
Eldritch
fire.
Blast the whole time. That was free. That was free for me. I was just like,
I got a
you're
fireball. I have a fireball spell. I'm going to cast fireball, but everybody's in the room. Oh well.
Oh shit.
That's their fault. For being
Guess
in
you
the
guys
room.
shouldn't have rushed in.
I got myself up to a high enough level where I could just shoot three different balls of the Eldritch Blast, like 3 different directions, and have it like a custom color. And I was just like,
See, Apollo's D&D was like all fairy tales and make believe shit, which I guess is just D&D in
Yeah.
general. But he was like Cinderella type shit, and I was like, this sounds really gay, which
Like,
makes sense for
folk-
him.
It's like all
It
folktale
makes
stuff
sense.
though. That'd be really cool. Like
Yeah,
it's
no,
grim
like
fairy tale folklore.
Yeah, it was a D&D world set in like fairy tales. Like Snow White was like leader of the underground, rogue shit. Cinderella was like basically abused by Lady Tremaine and like forced to become a sorceress. Like just stuff like that, you know?
I think it's a
Little
really cool. Like that's some really cool twists to it too.
Yeah, that was some fun twist. I just wasn't good at DMing / liked it, so
So Apollo, you're not getting out of this. What's your favorite class to go to?
I don't know because I've never played it as a player before.
You've never played
That's
D&D
why
as a
I'm like,
player?
No.
Oh, you're so fucked. Tomorrow.
Well,
With what you've
partially.
seen, with what you've seen, what like when you like pop in D&D sessions, like what looks good to you? What seems interesting to you?
Like the gay side of my brain wants to say cleric
There,
for no real reason.
okay, it might be the gay side of your brain, but don't fuck with clerics.
Thank
Clerics can be
God.
some seriously fucking badass people.
I think, like, in the campaign that I was DMing, the cleric dealt the most damage in, like, one go with one of his spells.
Cleric is a tough class. If you want to go
Cool.
cleric, you can
Yeah.
make it fabulous and absolutely badass at the same time.
So I think it would be between, like, cleric, barbarian for, like, a melee class, or, like, ranger. Because I know rangers get spells, too, so that could be, like, dipping my toes into spells without going too far in.
Yeah.
But
The closest
probably-
I've ever been is a paladin, and it was hard enough, and I'm probably not going to do that for a long time after that. It's like, hey, pick a spell. Okay, here's the book. What do you mean I have 25 spell variants?
Oof.
like
See, that's the warlock would be going 25 berries. Ooh, that's too little. I need
So
more.
my brain's all like, okay, I can choose one of these, and I only have one choice out of these 25. Which one's good? They're all good. Well, I don't know.
And now I need you to roll 20 dice at the same time while also holding your eyes over your head.
Yeah,
Do a dance.
put your pinky in your nose and your index finger extending your eyeball, and like just shout this magic. Yeah, that's all just. It's not for me. This magic classes aren't for me. They've never been in games. They've never been in D&D. I kind of like don't bother with magic. That's just always been my thing. Like I'm a in your face, like punch you in the mouth kind of person.
Leave the magic to me. I'll deal with it.
Yeah, see, like everybody else, like who's got an interest in it can do it better than me. So
I had like a little folder that I had set up with my cards and everything for my spells, and I had color coordinated.
see, like you made your own spell book. You were born to be a mage.
I still have it. I still have my spell book for when I can get in another game and pull out my character sheet.
I'd literally
I'm
look at
doing
your
this.
spell book and be like, oh, this one's pretty. What do you
I
mean
have
it
it
doesn't
color
work here?
coordinated like based on like defense and attack and everything. Like my attack spells are all red, so I know, and then blue for like my self protection, and then defense ones are green. I have it all set up and
See, like
organized.
you've got a beautiful brain for this, and I'm just sitting here like, haha, sword sharp.
See, I with the warlock. You get a special book, your spell book. And I was kind of going
Yeah, your grimoire, right?
No, Necronomicon style, like skin and everything. Like,
That's
and I was a
gross.
tiefling. I was going to my devil side on this and going, evil.
That's another thing I can't do is play evil characters. I just don't do it.
Apollo was
See, I
telling me
think-
when he plays Mass Effect, he's going to be completely evil. And I was like, that's fucked.
See, the last
maybe.
campaign I played, I started out chaotically good, and then I was like, halfway through the thing, I was like, yeah, I need to be evil because I got natural intimidation with the T-Leg, and I need it. It's speaking to me, and the DM's like, no, worst you can go is chaotic neutral. I was like, well, they die.
Well, chaotic evil is literally like chaotic evil is literally described as you have to do evil for the sake of evil. Like you just anytime there's an evil like option,
It's
you have to take it. That's
having
chaotic evil.
having a chaotic evil person in your party can ruin your campaign.
Well, I mean, like,
Yeah.
because your teammates can't like deal with that. Like, if there's naturally good aligned teammates,
It can
watching you
literally
commit
ruin
such
your campaign.
atrocities-
I had a lawfully good characters. So that's the only thing is the DM's like, no, we can't have like the division. I'm like,
It's a very big shift for a character too.
Morally, like even morally gray can be very unfortunate for chaotic good and lawful good characters. Like even a morally gray decision can actually like.
I've heard of
lawful good's less of a problem because they can bend it for the bigger picture. But chaotic good is like, hey, that's just like chaotic evil, where like you do what's good for the little guy, you're always doing good.
Mhm.
So
I've heard of DMs that have been like, I won't play with like a character being chaotically evil because there's a good chance like the campaign can just get ruined very quickly just by one
Well, like,
action.
It would have to be a specific campaign or like built with a full group of like chaotic
Yeah, like-
evil people.
I can see that.
See, you gotta be really careful about that too, because have you ever like listened in on a chaotic evil campaign? It's messed up. You do a lot of messed up stuff. Like, and it's morally like kind of weird, and it gets uncomfortable really fast. Because like, hey, a child came begging you for food. Oh, well, I'm chaotic evil. I have to stab them. I have to murder that child right in front of me right now.
I will murder their sister and feed the sister to them. That's how. It will
But
go.
then you had to kill them after that too. Like while telling them that you did that. So
I've
You
killed your
basically
sister.
told
Now you're
them-
eating
I'm
your
a chaotic
sister.
evil. Woo!
And now I'm going to
Yeah,
kill you
look.
and then feed you to my dog. Have fun.
So I'm chaotic evil tomorrow, right?
So we were talking about our favorite classes. I'm not gonna get
Uh,
into it, but I like rogues
Apollo's
because they
chaotic
can
sass actually.
chaotic sass. I like rogues because they can literally ruin a campaign. From what I've been told.
I have a funny story with Rose. first campaign I ever played. I was a wood elf rogue, and I had to go in through this door into a bar, and the DM's like, roll. I was like, okay, roll. I got a nat one, so basically we said, you fell into the thing. I was like, fall, and I was like, I'm okay. And then I proceeded to outdrink an ogre at a dwarf bar. So I basically, when I rolled for drinking incentive, I rolled like I was a freaking dwarf, so I could drink like a dwarf. Yeah.
D&D is all about dice. Our last campaign on Sunday, I don't know if you guys tuned in or not, but Gore almost drowned, and we both got nat 20s to actually like save her. So
Wait, there was almost a death, like a real death.
There was almost like a legit death. Like she almost drowned.
I missed that.
And she got a natural 20 on her Constitution save, so she can stay conscious. And I got a natural 20 to carry her ass through the bottom of the water, out with us barely surviving it. So
you got lucky.
And we got so lucky. It was like
two
legendary
D20s
luck.
back to back.
Yeah, she got first. She rolled one. She rolled the nat 20 first, and I rolled.
Do you
the nat
think
20.
Banana would have killed her?
Banana said you'd have to make a natural 20, and it literally rolled nat 20 immediately after you said that. It was a fantastic.
I don't think he was expecting that. He
No,
probably
he
had like a
wasn't.
whole plan.
He literally was like, okay, well, you guys make it out.
There goes my whole like script for the next hour.
I mean, it was great. It was a great moment.
Do you think he would have killed her if you guys like rolled like a nat 1?
Without a doubt, like she probably would have been like she was in deep fucking shit.
Like out of the campaign?
Oh yeah, she would totally almost from watching it. It seemed like it was almost there. If you guys hadn't rolled the nat 20s, she would have been fucking dead, and you guys, it would have been done.
Yeah. So what happened is we jumped into like a body of water, but we needed the current to take us out through a tunnel. Well, she forgot to take off her full mail, and she kept sinking and couldn't move, and she kept sinking and kept sinking. So Shugo had to come over there and try to hoist her out of the water. And then, like, after everybody else failed their stuff, I think Kristoff also helped. So he helped hoist her up to the, like, swimming as the current up to the tunnel. And we got her there so she could skirt down the water, the bed on the bottom. Well, Kristoff lost consciousness because he failed a Constitution save and got spat out of the tunnel. And then it was just me and Gore. And thankfully, those rolls came in handy because she probably would have drowned.
Did she pull a Leroy Jenkins and just run in there head first? Didn't even do nothing.
I mean, see, the problem is like she had no swim speed because she had nothing for that, and she's in full plate. Well, full plate is extremely heavy, and she in a body of water, you're basically useless. You can flail all around, and all you're gonna do is sink like a rock. So Shugo was actually helping escort her out, and I just so happened to get lucky to actually be able to muscle it at the very end. Because if I hadn't, both her and I would have been fine because I had water breathing, because Froggo. But she probably would have lost consciousness and started taking lots of damage, and me trying to like uselessly pull this really heavy plate of armor with a person inside it as she's just taking. See, that would have taken at least 2 minutes. And once she lost consciousness, that's a lot of rounds of water damage after that.
I think in the water, you guys were struggling to like do that, take her armor off.
I missed this. I'm so sad.
She wouldn't take, like, she revealed later she wouldn't take the armor off. That Ghoul would have probably just drowned like an idiot. So, I mean, I could have, like, once she lost consciousness, I could have tried to do it and given enough, like, if I had enough time before she dropped to unconscious and dying, I might have been able to pull it off of her. But thankfully, it never came to that. We were okay. So,
would you have cried if Gold died right there?
No, I wouldn't have cried. I'm like, man, this sucks. That's. I mean, it was a really stressful situation. That's like the most I've like had to almost visibly sweat during D&D campaign.
He's like, we're like, fuck.
Because we all jumped down and it's like, okay, well, you guys are in the current, and Gore is sinking and cannot move.
Everybody's like, why?
Oh my god, Bell. No, we all knew why, like, almost immediately, because once it was said, like, we're like, oh no.
Oh no.
Even she like,
everyone went, oh no.
yeah, and even she was like, I'm wearing full plate. And you're like, so I mean,
That's the smart thing. Like the DM remembers that kind of situations. Like
Banana's incredibly clever about like all the things he does in the DMing. Like he adds a lot of like really nice comebacks from other campaigns that we've had like years ago and stuff. He like I guess he carries like notes or something to keep track of it. And he's had this whole Underdark thing planned for a long time. We just took like a 3-month detour to get to it. So
you think your campaign's coming to an end?
Banana said that he can come like once everybody's feeling like they want it to end, he can like bring it to a head. But for right now, like we enjoy like gathering, and he said as long as we enjoy gathering, he can keep like pulling story plots out of his butt like he's been doing. So he's just really he's naturally just gifted at this thing. Like I really think the Banana's like just a naturally gifted DM.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Banana's DM. Like how he just brings everything and then it's like, oh nope, you got to do this.
I mean, he's made like a ton of like memorable characters that we all like enjoy and love. He's made like a ton of random things happen for us, and like a ton of things happen to us, both get good and bad. I mean, it's just he's got a way with the story. Like he's got a really good way of telling a story.
Damn, could you imagine if Goal had died? That would have been crazy.
She would have rolled a new character. She's been talking about it for a while. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You can just add a new character like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what most campaigns do, I think.
Wow, how do you think we got Kristoff? Like, it just kind of happened.
Let's see.
One campaign I thought we had a dwarf come with us for like a while, and he'd hop in and hop out.
Yeah.
It's a one-shot character that the DM's friend played, and it worked so well that occasionally he would have the dwarf come back in and leave.
Yeah, I mean, like sometimes like life happens. Like just think about random happenstance where you just bump into the same random person about in your life now. It's like you're not even friends with them. You don't even know them that much, but you see them like 5 times a month for random reasons.
That makes sense.
It's just a story plot like that. We have remarkably stayed on track with D&D for a while. I just want to put that out there. That usually we're like all over the place, but no, we're sticking to D&D pretty well. I'm proud of us. Yeah, go us.
Dang it!
Job.
Dang it!
We're gonna ruin our streak.
Yeah, I know, right?
I
I
think
just want to call attention to that because, like, I literally just said we all have collectively the attention span of a bird, and look at us, look at us.
Can I just say you calling attention to it is almost detracting us from it?
so.
It was gonna happen sooner or later.
Yeah.
I have a question. So we were talking about this while you were gone, Artie. So you just finished Prey.
Yes.
And so I was kind of like explaining the ending. Spoiler warning for anyone who hasn't seen Prey or finished it. It's a cop out, kind of. It kind of cops out, but in a really interesting way.
Yeah, it's like you were in virtual reality the entire time playing it and mapping out decisions because like you were the creature you were fearful of in the game. And what they had done was they'd been introducing like human DNA to what they call a typhon, which is the creature in the game. And they basically made you go through this virtual reality experience with like very real situations with like what feel like very real people to map out like whether you were successfully like able to keep alive or just like another failed experiment. And it was funny because some of the side quests, unbeknownst to you, actually racked up good and bad qualities for yourself in the game. It just so happens I was altruistic at the right times and I got a pretty good ending. So I mean, it was funny to me. Like it was a really neat way to do that.
I want to know what the bad ending was.
Then they
They probably murder the shit out of you right there.
Yeah. Can't you? Isn't there a choice? I know there's a choice. I didn't see you make it, but can't you kill them all right there?
Yeah, you could like literally they set you free at the end to shake your hand. You could have like decided to kill everything in the room right there, but I'm not gonna do that. Why the hell would I kill everybody? Like that's
Why
just
wouldn't
silly.
you?
Because even though I'm playing a monster, I'm not one.
That's the
You
chaotic
are-
evil coming out of me. I'm
You
gonna kill
are
them
what you
all.
like to find yourself, I guess.
What do you mean you can kill them? Why are they not dead already? Chaotic evil.
What the fuck? They're supposed to be dead.
What? They're breathing right now? Like that doesn't seem right.
What?
I think I'd just be
I know,
chaotic.
I know.
I'd like press the wrong button and then suddenly be a mass murderer. Like,
Knowing
whoops.
Apollo, yes.
I just wanted
No.
to test it out. I didn't know if I could shoot right now.
There's the
Then I
self-destruct button right here. Okay.
What's his fucking name?
thought it was a fake button.
thought
I
it
mean,
was
you
fake.
told me what it did. I just, like, I just.
I didn't believe you.
Didn't trust you. It's why I jump off cliffs in every single game. To see if you can take fall damage.
I think every gamer does that. They jump off cliffs and
I'm
go,
just
"This is gonna hurt."
curious.
And if you can swim,
I-
that's a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to see
I
if you can
usually
swim.
ask these questions like mid jump though.
Huh, I wonder
Or
if I
like,
can.
do I take fall damage as I'm falling?
Like your tutorial hints, like, beware of water. You can't swim, and you're already halfway there. Like, oh well,
Yeah.
guess we're going on a quick adventure.
This story has ended quickly.
See, that's the one thing that with me doing Assassin's Creed, I've gotten to the point now where I could jump off cliffs, taking no damage. I just tuck and roll. Yes.
There's just like a magical, very soft bush at the end of it. It's fine. We're fine. It's just like it's
No
naturally
bush,
just
no
placed.
bush. No
Really?
bush, there's no bush. Occasionally, I will just go. Bam,
In the newer
fall,
Assassin's
and
Creed,
walk
like
away.
when you get higher level, you just stop taking fall damage. The game's just like, all right.
Yeah, you have.
That's
have
not
to
how
up-
physics work.
upgrade.
I don't care
That's-
how sexy Alexios is. That's not how physics work.
It's
He
not
works out his path.
physics.
Alexios is sexy enough where he breaks physics. That's what I'm going for.
Just like, damn you, fine. I don't mind if I bend a
Those
little bit for
abs
you.
distract everything.
Oh god.
So,
I'm having way too much fun playing as Alexios. I'm just saying that. I'm having way too much fun.
I
I'm
just like
like,
the
oh,
titles.
really?
The titles of your streams are always like something about Alexios being extremely attractive.
Oh yeah. 50 Shades of Alexios. That's gonna be my next novel. I'm gonna compile all the video and like write a book and say,
Art3mis is gonna like just write some really high class like fan fiction smut about Alexios for her career now.
it's just hard
it's gonna
smut.
it's gonna be like up there.
I mean, all you need to do is explain the sex scenes that happen in the game. Because there's plenty.
Can you
Like
fuck the
Bill.
gods?
Oh my
Yes.
god.
No. But can you?
Paula missed
Those aren't
something.
really in the game though.
I'm
Guys,
going
maybe.
full Greek. I'm going full Zeus and trying everything.
Fair.
I'm getting a taste of
there
Zeus.
was. I did the one scene that this was the scene that I knew I was going to do everything. And you were talking about it, Apollo, on my stream about the guy. He's like, "Oh, you can come in," and he brings the gun. And I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to do everything." That was the scene.
If it breathes and moves, I will bend it.
Bad.
That's exactly it. I was okay during the grandma. It was really funny too. When I walked out the next day, and her husband pays me for it. He's like, "Thank you, you helped me." I was like, "Oh God." I was like,
Thank
okay.
you. You gave her such a good night. She passed away.
Yes,
Thank
basically,
you.
she didn't come out after
Actually-
me.
I think if you didn't sleep with her, he was gonna pass away from her trying to on with him too much.
She had to go on a mission. She had to go on a mission to get the ancient recipe for Viagra.
Oh
It was
my
basically
god.
just to help him go. And you're like, and I was like, dude, I feel so bad for you. Just let me do them. Let me do her.
Yeah.
Let me do her. I'll take care of it. And then being nice. And then I walk out and he's like, here you go. I'm like, I got paid.
I invented
This is a thing?
prostitution.
This is interesting. Why am I an assassin? Why am I not just doing this for profession?
Where's the red light district again?
This feels very lucrative. I just and fun.
I think I made some serious money on that. I was like, I made some
This
really
is a lot of money.
I made good drachmae on that. Had a good time and got some drachmae.
Oh
That's
my
good
god.
That's how it's gonna go. I'm every time now, and I think I got drachmae from doing the scene with the guy for information
Mhm.
when he brought a
With the
goat.
goat?
I think yeah, with the goat. There was a goat involved.
Was the goat dead by the end?
No.
I don't kiss and tell.
I don't kiss and tell.
I need information. Well, you won't get anything out of this tongue. Want to make a bet?
You can get information. You just have to help me out over here with the sheets.
I'll loosen your tongue with mine.
As long as there's a goat involved, I'm fine.
Mental note: make sure there's a goat.
And so, Artie just finished Phoenix Rising. What is your plans
he
next?
did.
He did. He was pretty late to the podcast today because of
He called
Set
him
Phoenix.
Artie.
Yeah.
Oh, Apollo.
I know there's three Greek god names here. You can see still confused.
But
Two of them are very similar.
Two are very similar. Yes.
and so, if anybody doesn't know, Apollo was
twins.
late today. Very late. Very, very late. So last night, Apollo
No.
asked me. So Apollo last night told me, I'll be ready by 11 o'clock. And I said, all right, that works perfectly because Artie said 6 o'clock works for him. It's now 6:30, and Apollo's nowhere to be found. He's over here trying to beat his game on stream. And now we're all three in the stream watching him. And he's like, well,
Talking about chocolate.
talking
It was a
about
good time.
chocolate. He's talking about
That's how I
chocolate.
brought Artie in. That's how I brought Artie in.
I heard chocolate like, hey, someone say chocolate?
Yes. I was like, Apollo's streaming, still streaming, and he's talking about chocolate.
So I
almost
had
tried with
my
it.
right to be late.
Have
Nah, man.
rights to be
Really?
And like it wouldn't let you save, and it was the end of the game. Like no harm done.
It was like the no go back, time period of it. And also in my defense, while I did say I should be ready by 11, so I do recall saying that, you didn't give me like, okay, we're starting at 11. You said like, so I was not given a time.
I literally
So I
told
went with-
you like 2 hours
No.
before we'd be ready in an hour and a half, and you were like, "Well, you said some kind of excuse," and I was like, "This motherfucker, he's gonna be late. He's gonna be late."
But
I
in
remember-
his defense, I was not following him, so it gave me time to go in and follow him because I didn't realize I was following.
See, like happy accidents. It turned out so good.
Relax.
Hey. But listen, keeping time is not a skill I have.
It's one
That's
day
the
a week.
one thing I have.
One day a week.
That's one. Keeping time.
It was
I was
early
raised
this
by
week.
military.
It was
I
a little
raised by
early.
It was.
Well,
but
Artie
I-
told me the missus was getting a little angsty because she wants to spend time with him, which is understandable.
I mean, we don't. I mean, if you're trying to end now, like we still got like 30
Oh no
minutes.
no. I'm just saying.
No.
So I was trying to do it a
hold
little
up,
bit quicker
hold up.
earlier.
So I literally told you last night, like I'm getting to the point where like I'm getting so much responsibility and like little projects here and there. I'm about at like a dime away from being like, this is too much.
This is too much responsibility.
I'm looking around lately, like, man, this is a lot to do. Holy shit!
Artie only has
I'm realizing-
Tuesdays and Saturdays off now.
I realized that
Actually, he has
Saturday's
kids.
off, actually. So.
He has kids, so he's just fucked. 24/7.
You're a dad. You're a dad. You have no days off. Sorry.
I will eventually. It's just like I did this. I did this to myself.
Yeah, in about 17 years you'll have your days off. Don't worry.
No, because like,
Hopefully in 17 years. Hopefully.
well, no, because like there is a moment where like they will lose all interest in me and want me to go away, and when that happens, Artie's back. Artie's back, baby.
He's gonna be
See,
like,
you're gonna-
yes, they're gone.
So Artie, you're gonna be so used to them wanting you around that when that happens, you're gonna be like, "Are you sure? I can cancel my stream. I can hang out
No,
with
not at all. Not at all. I'll be like,
He's gonna
they're
be
gonna
like,
you, Artie."
"Hey,
they're gonna be
what
like,
happens?"
they're gonna be teenage angst. And be like, fuck you, Dad. I was like, okay, bye.
or they could take after you and be like, "Can we join in on the D&D session?"
See, like that would be kind of nice. Like I kind of do want to get to the point where like the girls can actually
Fuck
like
you, Dad,
game
alright.
with me and actually like present as like I don't want to like sound conceited, but like I will for a minute. I want them to present challenges for me in multiplayer games. It's like
You want
know,
your
just-
kids
just,
to beat the shit out of you in your own game.
I want them to try really, really hard. And when they
I'm gonna
finally
see
do, I'll be equal parts like annoyed but proud at the same time.
Are you gonna like rub it in
Now-
their face when you beat them? Like,
Oh no,
fucked.
I never do. I never do.
I would.
I learned a long time
Oh,
ago,
I
like just
would.
like that kind of shit like just doesn't fly. That just kind of like loses you competition. I actually play a lot of fighting games, and I've taken it way too seriously. A lot of my friends won't play me in fighting games anymore because of it. So, like, if I'm playing a game and it's a competitive game in a fighting aspect, like a fighting game aspect, I have one person that takes it more seriously than me, and he beats the ever-loving shit out of me. But I keep coming back for more, and that's like the only person I play fighting games with anymore. So if the kids got to the point where they'd want to do it, I would try to teach them that way, and never try to take advantage of that kind of thing where it's like where I'm rubbing in their face that they lost. No, I'd be like, no, honey, you did good. Just, go back, practice, come back, kick my butt next time.
You did good,
I wanna
but not good enough.
Yeah, it's like that's not how I'm gonna.
I'd be that kind of dad where I'd be like, you almost got me, but you didn't.
Yeah.
See, I would pull the shit of, oh, we're gonna start. I'm gonna teach you how to play. We're gonna play Dark Souls.
No.
Oh yes,
You start
I'd do
them-
that.
You
I'd
start
be
them
like-
on something nice, not something like not on the deep end immediately.
Nice. That is very nice.
No.
I didn't say I would help them, but they're playing Dark Souls.
Okay, kids, we're playing Dark Souls today.
They're
Prepare
gonna
to
be my
die.
children. They're gonna be my children, and I want them to embrace the hate.
Well, like no, like you give them like Mario 64 or like Mario Odyssey, like, oh, you're doing so well in this game, you're so good. You want to play a real game now?
You want to play a
No,
real game?
I'm gonna start it off and be like, I got a rep to hold. You're starting off with Dark Souls. You're my children. You're my destiny. You're my legacy. You gotta uphold the Art3mis name, the Gunter name.
You are my
Gunter.
spawn, and you will play like it.
You will do it, and you will enjoy it.
But see,
What
if
do
you
you
if
mean
you
you
hit
don't
them
wanna
up
play
with
Bloodborne
something really
anymore?
hard, they might get to a point where they're like, "Well, just fuck video games."
Yeah, it's like that's what I'm always constantly afraid of. Is like I don't want to scare them away. I want to like ease them into it before I'm all like, you want to play a real game?
I'll show you a real game.
Dad, Mario Odyssey is too easy. Well, I've got something for you, kid.
Have fun with this Bloodborne.
Here's a little
See-
ditty about Demon Souls. We're going through Undertale, the genocide route.
But
Just
then,
break their heart.
when your kids start playing it, my kids will have a beat and just be like, "Bring it on, bitch!"
You ever hear about one called Hollow Knight?
Oh no!
You wish you didn't.
I did. Fuck Hollow
I
Knight.
wish you didn't. That
I offered
is
offered
a game.
Artie. I was like, we could do yesterday. I was like, we could do some Hollow Knight DLC. He was like, no, please, no, sweet Jesus.
Oh Jesus, no! My wounds haven't healed. Fuck Hollow Knight.
but I was enjoying Artie's little squeals of.
There's good points in Hollow Knight, but then there's just a lot of we're going to literally fuck you into the dirt. And
Well, that's only the end of the
that's what
game.
happened.
Wasn't all the good points like the game literally up until that death hallway?
Into that death hallway.
No, because like that hallway was literally just like the one that, like where your face is already in the dirt, but you've like somehow gotten back up. And this one's like, you look like you need some dirt. I hope you're hungry for more.
The game's,
And then,
the game's
3 hours
completely
later of
fair
suffering.
until the end.
It's not fair at the end. Like going for the true ending the first time you play that game with almost no knowledge was a nightmare. It was an absolute nightmare for me, and I hated every minute of it.
But you
I
wouldn't
got to
have
the point where like I was like, no, just come on, like give me like something, please.
just let me win.
It got to the point where the ending wasn't even like really. It was a release, but it wasn't like the good kind of release. It was like, my God, I'm finally done. Instead of like, oh, this is the ending. No,
Are we talking about releases with goats?
no, releases with video games. It's different. But
That's
kind of
always
the
a
same.
good release.
With goats.
Goats?
I just gotta imagine that poor goat came in like, I got a bad feeling about this.
I'm about
That
to
goat
taste
enjoyed it.
ass.
Oh, I'm gonna
Oh
say.
God, that poor goat.
Technically, we don't know how the goat was involved.
Oh, he ate
Goat
ass.
was- Let's just say goat got a little hungry and peckish.
He ate ass.
Consent
dog.
goat. The Greek consent goat. Oh my God. I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm sorry. We're going to the deep end now.
I'm
Goat.
not sorry.
I'm not sorry.
That
Hmm.
goat enjoyed it. He consented.
god.
So, yeah. So, I think I'm going to end the podcast a little early today because I'm really, really hot.
Yeah, you are.
It's very hot in this room. I'm sweating. I'm visibly sweating. And so, thank you all for joining. Thank you, Art3mis, for joining us this week,
Thank you for having me.
of course. And we will see you all next week, as usual. So, say goodbye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Everyone.
Bye-bye.